Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Take a Bite with Turtle. Alright, everybody, so today I have a special treat for you guys. Today we're going to be learning how to make fresh pita bread from scratch. I'm also going to give you guys one of my favorite salads that I do. It's a chickpea and avocado salad. So basically it's chickpea, avocado, and pico de gallo mixed together to form the wrap. So stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and start off with making my yeast in my water because our pita bread does have yeast in it. So we're going to have to let that sit for 5 minutes. So what I have here is I have 1 cup of warm water. You want to make sure that it's warm water, not scalding hot. You can make it colder if you want to. Just make sure it's not super hot because you don't want to kill your yeast, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in my mixer bowl now because I want to get all this set up beforehand, and I'm going to take you guys through my salad, and that'll give my yeast time to go ahead and act, okay? So I have my 1 cup of warm water. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast or instant yeast. This is instant yeast, so that's going to be 1 package. I have my teaspoon here. You're going to go ahead and flush that and put that right into your warm water. Just like that. You can smell the yeast. So go ahead and whisk that up a little bit. I want to have that go ahead and start doing its thing. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my mixer right now. And I'm just let it sit while I take you guys through how to make the chickpea avocado salad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I'm going to take you guys through my salad now that I'm going to use for my pita bread, because who wants to eat just plain old pita bread, okay? So, I didn't measure any of this stuff. This is just, I'm just going to give you quantities of how much of the item that I use. So first thing first, I'm going to take, I have 2 15-ounce cans of chickpeas. I'm going to go ahead and pour those in the bowl. You don't have to rinse them, just make sure they're drained. Right in the bowl, just like that. I have my trusty masher that I'm going to mash these chickpeas with, because you want to put the chickpeas in first, because you don't want to go crazy on the mash with the avocado, because I like a little bit of texture in my avocado. So I'm going to go ahead and mash these. It depends on what you like. I'm not going to mash the chickpeas like crazy. I still want that texture. So you're going to go ahead and get that mashed up in there. Mash. This is just a masher that I have. It acts as different things. It could be a meat beater, but we won't have that on this channel because we're all vegan here. So I use and it has like little spikes on it, and the hammer part has those spikes on it too. So I'm just going to go ahead and mash all of it together. Chickpeas have a lot of different uses. You can make tuna, which is vegan tuna, out of chickpeas. You just use some vegan mayonnaise, some red onion, salt, pepper, and I mean, it tastes just like tuna. It's crazy what type of things you can do with chickpeas. If you want to and you don't have a masher, you can also put all this inside of a Roku, a mixer, a chopper, or whatever, and blend it all together really nicely. It'll be a little bit smoother. It won't have as much texture, but it still does the job, you know? So now that my chickpeas are all mashed, make sure everything is mashed up in there. Just like that. Make sure all your chickpeas are good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my avocado. This is 3 avocados, by the way. I just diced them up. Add in your avocado. Now this salad can be used in anything. I really like to use avocado in salads. Mixing it, instead of dressing, no salt, no pepper, nothing like that. Just mixing it in. As you will see, this is going to be more of a chunky type recipe. Get some arm strength, get the Get them biceps right with this if you don't work out. This is such, I mean, man, I really love this salad. It's crazy. I found this on the internet and I just fell in love with it. I love avocados and I love chickpeas, and put them together. Come on, man. Can't beat that. All right, so I have a bunch of ingredients that I like to add to my salads. You don't have to add these, but I just like the texture that it gives my salad. I like having a whole bunch of, I mean, it's a vegan salad. Come on now. Regular people's salads aren't like ours. So I'm gonna go ahead and add half of a diced red onion right in there. Got my spatula. You can omit any of these items as well. If you don't like it, it's fine. I have 2 Roma tomatoes, those are plum tomatoes, diced up as well. I have raw corn. Raw corn is probably one of my favorite things to put in a salad. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to cook corn. You can eat corn raw if you want to. It's not that bad. It gives you more texture. Me being a vegan, I just like texture in anything that I do, and a little bit of spice. It always goes a long way. So you go ahead and put that corn in, just like that. I'm gonna do a couple pinches of salt. Couple pinches of cayenne, one of my favorite spices, because I mean, giving anything a little bit of a kick is always good. A little bit of pepper, couple pinches of pepper, whatever you can stand. I don't like to tell you how much of something you should put in seasoning wise, because my taste buds could be different from your taste buds. Just do what you like, I guess. Now I'm gonna add in some cilantro. That's about a bunch of cilantro, like one bunch, not like a bunch, but like an actual bunch of cilantro. I'm gonna go ahead and mix all that up. And it just looks like a nice summer salad. You can eat this by itself. You can take salad greens and you can put this in there instead of a dressing, and it will be good to go just like that. So go ahead and mix up your salad. Make sure you get it all in the bowl. Don't be like me and get it on the table. Here, mixing up. Okay, now I have some lime juice. I'm gonna go ahead and put some lime juice in there. You can use fresh lime, but you know, I don't use lime as much as I should. So I'm not gonna go ahead and buy limes because they're just sitting in the refrigerator and go bad. All right. My salad is almost done. It is mixed all the way up. It looks good. I mean, you can eat this with chips, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta put it in a pita bread or anything like that. Eat it with chips, eat it as a dip. I like to take my own stuff to people's houses when I'm invited, if I'm ever invited. I like to take my own stuff just so I know that I'll have something to eat, okay? So you know, not everybody's vegan. All right, guys, my salad is mixed up. When we come back, I'm gonna take you guys through how to make this pita bread. It is a very good pita bread. It's very easy to make. Couple ingredients, I think only 4. So when I come back, we'll do that and we'll make your pita bread from scratch. All right, guys, so we are back. My salad is in the refrigerator getting cool. Now I'm gonna take you guys through how to make my pita bread. So like I said earlier in the video, I have 1 cup of warm water and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast already in my bowl, because you wanna make sure that you let it sit for 5 minutes so that yeast can go ahead and activate. All right, so now I got my trusty mixer here. We have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I already have that measured out. And I have some extra flour just for rolling out my pita bread as well, okay? Now, you can do this pita bread in the oven. Today, I'm going to do it on my induction burner in a pan, and it's gonna cook that way, okay? A little bit easier, a little bit softer. So, first and foremost, you wanna go ahead and lift your bowl up. You wanna go ahead and turn that up. My yeast and everything is already in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that 2.5 cups of AP flour, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in, okay? Should be coming up. is going to go ahead and start mixing. I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 teaspoons of salt, okay? 1 and 2. You want to go ahead and let that mix for about 5 to 10 minutes. When we come back, I'm going to go ahead and have some rolled out for you. I'm going to show you guys how to roll it out, and we're going to go from there. Alright, so my dough is complete. I'm going to go ahead and drop my bowl. Take off my dough attachment. I don't think I mentioned that before. If you have a mixer, use your dough attachment for this. This is the easiest. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that extra flour on my table. This can get a little messy, so. And I'm going to knead my dough because I want to go ahead and move around that gluten a little bit for about 5 to 7 minutes, okay? So, kneading, what you're doing when you're kneading is you're pushing and then you're pulling back towards you, okay? So you push with your palm and then you bring the dough back in, just like that, okay? You can flip it, push, and pull. Pull. Push, and you pull it. Push, and pull. That's just getting your gluten a little more active. Just like that. You can go faster. You push, and you pull it back. Push, and pull, okay? So, you want to take a bowl. Once you're done kneading, you want to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And you want to make sure that it's coated, that the bowl is coated with the olive oil. And you want to go ahead and put your pita dough inside. Make sure your pita bread is coated as well. Then you want to take some cling wrap right over the top. And you want to go ahead and let that rise for about 1 to 2 hours, 1 being the minimum and 2 being the most. All right, just like that. And you can put that aside, room temperature. It doesn't have to be anywhere cold or anything like that, okay? So I already have some done for you that I had sitting. I'm going to go ahead and break off some pieces depending on how big you want your pita bread. So that'll give me about 10 pieces that we just did, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and roll these up just to make it easier to get a circle. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take my first one, make sure my you're going to go ahead and flatten it, make it easier to roll. Just using your fingertip to go on in the circle. Just like that. Get a little bit of my flour right on top. And I'm going to use my roller. Get it as thin as possible because you want it to cook evenly. You don't want any hard patches. Keep flipping it if you want. That's how you get an even pita bread. You can press it down more with your hands. If you don't have a roller, you can use a can. You can use anything that you have in your kitchen that helps you roll. I am lucky to have a rolling pin. Keep rolling, keep rolling. It's getting there. It's going to take a little bit of time. Just be patient. We'll get it as flat as you want it soon. Alright, now if you have it to a point where it's not getting any flatter, you can go ahead and drive the, I guess you can call this the steering wheel method, when you're just letting gravity do its thing. right, make sure you don't want to tear it, but gravity is doing this thing. As you can see, it's growing a little bit. All right. All right, guys. So we're back, and we are cooking our pita bread now. I already have one pita bread inside of my pan already. No oil needed, no nothing needed. It's just straight up dry in the pan. One side, once you see it start to get brown, you want to go ahead and flip it over. If your heat is low enough, you don't have to flip it. The steam will just go ahead and cook the whole thing. So when we come back, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to plate these and the accoutrements that I'm going to put on it. I want to thank you guys again for watching another episode of Take a Bite with Turtle. Make sure you stay up. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you cover your face. Stay clean. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Take a Bite with Turtle. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you wait for episode 10. I got a special surprise coming for my 10 episode anniversary. I'll see you guys next time. Like a Hellcat.